Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi. Welcome. If it's your first time here, my name is Celise, also known as Sweet and Spooky, and today we are talking about everything I watched in February. Happy March. Happy Women's History Month. I'm so excited. I'm really excited for it to be March. Spring is coming, the finally we're gonna have like longer daylight outside. Love that for us. Love that for us. Let's see who's here. Hello, Claire. Hi. Excited for you to talk about movies. Same. Thanks for being here. Hello, Paige. Welcome. Cheers.
Cheers. Hi, buddy.
Oh my god, yay, I'm so glad you guys are excited. Hi, Dee. Hello. Love it. We got some lovely ladies here in the chat. That's the best way to start Women's History Month. Thank you for all being here. Okay, so I'm excited. I haven't done this in a while. I never really know, I have to be honest. I never really know, like, if people care about the everything I watched. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, does anyone care about my thoughts? Like, I remember when I used to film these as videos, and to be honest, they would take so much time, and I felt like not a lot of people cared too much. But then I started doing them as streams, and I love talking to you guys, and you guys seem to really dig it. So I feel like we're gonna make it a stream thing. Maybe we'll do it like every first week of the month. I think that could be fun. Ooh, Dee said new Joe Bob starts in 30 minutes. Oh my god, exciting. I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh, I'm competing with Joe Bob. I'm competing with Joe Bob right now. That's not good for me. Well, you could watch Joe Bob and me at the same time. And can't forget Darcy celebrating women this month. We celebrate women every month on this channel. Like, this is a very girly channel, obviously. We're very girly pop here. But it's even more exciting when the whole month is dedicated to us, you know? Oh my god, yeah, I know. I'm excited to see what horror has in store for us. Oh, Claire, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Paul, hello, Paul. How are you? Yes, happy Women's History Month and Leprechaun Day. Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming right up, isn't it? Claire saying you love the idea for the letterboxed wrap up. Okay, so I am trying to log into my Letterboxd account on the computer, but like, hold on, because I should have been prepared, but I'm not, and I'm not signed in on my computer because I usually just do it on my phone. So just 1 second. Me in silence. So I really need to get back into streaming because, oh, girl. I feel like I took a really long break there. But I'm ready. I'm ready to get back. I got a new chair, which really was the reason why I was like not streaming as much. My old desk chair, while cute and pink and cozy, was not comfortable. Like, it was clearly just aesthetic. And now I have also a pink chair, but it's more of a comfy chair. So we love that. Okay, I swear I'm almost signed in. Sorry, you guys. I think I watched a lot in February, so we're we're in for it. Okay, let's go to diary. Girl, I did. I watched a lot. Oh my gosh. But that's amazing though, isn't it? I had a lot of bangers. I'm seeing a lot of high scores. Okay. Oh my gosh, Rocco's in the chat. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sasha. Welcome. Oh, other Francis. Hello. How are you? It's been a little bit. I love pink and horror together. It's same. This is a safe space. We do it together. I love that for us. Thanks, Paul. Yeah. My back really needed the new chair. So now that I have it, I think we're unstoppable with streams. We're unstoppable. I need to do it more often. Okay, so I think we should just like jump right into it. So it looks like on February 1st, I didn't watch anything. I wonder what was going on there. So if you guys are like new here, I try to watch one movie a day. Like, is my thing. Like, I need to watch one movie a day. So it's a little bit shocking that there isn't something on the first. Maybe it was like a show day, you know? Maybe I watched Love is Blind or something. No, wait, no. Love is Blind didn't come back yet. I don't know what I was watching. Oh, maybe 90 Day Fiancé. Oh my god. On my off like movie days, I'll watch like my favorite reality shows, which I guess we could talk about that too. Who here is also a 90 Day Fiancé girly? Because I'm deep in it. I've seen all of the 90 Day spin-offs. Like, I am a 90 Day person. I know all the lore. I know all the tea. I can tell you like the worst couples, whatever. I know this is a horror channel. I know you guys don't really care, but like the 90 Day hole is deep, you know, it runs deep. And once you start watching it, like, you can't stop. It's an addiction. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, Melissa, hi. It's an insane addiction. Oh, Paige, you love 90 Day Fiancé. Love it. I love that. Love that. Okay, so, oh my god. I hope there's more 90 Day lovers. I don't even know if I have a favorite couple. Like, everybody is, like, kind of annoying. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is just, like, a hot mess on that show. And I do like Love is Blind as well, which I have been watching this month. I haven't finished it yet. But Love is Blind is slacking, I think, in like the tea department. Like, I just feel like especially this season, we're not getting like the level of drama that we like usually get. Like, everything is just kind of boring. Like, I don't care. Like, I need drama. Like, you know what I mean? It's reality TV. It's like a dating show. Like, where is the tea? I don't know. Everybody's just like, well, yeah, I'm just getting married and I love this person. And it's like, wait, nobody has any problems this season? This season's been like lacking in the drama. I love that for you, PJ. I just saw your comment. Love that for you. Some good watches in there, I'm sure. Melissa said once you start one season, you somehow end up watching every spinoff they can come up with. It's true. The only 90 Days spinoff I don't watch, I think it's like Pillow Talk or whatever. I just don't care about Pillow Talk. Like, I don't need that. It's not necessary, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's probably what I was doing on February 1st. Now, February 2nd, I watched Baby Girl, directed by Helena Rain. And I was so excited to watch Baby Girl. Oh my gosh. Obviously, if you don't know, it's the film that stars Nicole Kidman. And, oh my gosh, I don't know his name. Let's find his name. Everyone loves him. Harris Dickinson. He's great. And Antonio Banderas is in this too, which was crazy. I didn't even know that. Okay, so Baby Girl. If you follow me on Letterboxd, you know I gave Baby Girl 5, and I also gave it a heart. I loved it. My conclusion, my thoughts were, and to quote myself on Letterboxd, not her sobbing after sex and never tear us apart by INXS playing right after. This was fucking made for me. And it was. It was. I have to be honest, I loved Baby Girl so much. I did see a couple people not rate it too highly. I think like they didn't really love it, but I loved it. I think it had a lot to say, and I'm just really happy we got a movie like this directed by a woman, because it was just great. I love a good story that like shows how a woman is handling like her sexual fantasies and like, you know, repression. And I think that Baby Girl does such a good job at that, and Nicole Kidman's amazing. Obviously she does a great job here. He's really good as well. Obviously they have great chemistry. I loved it. Honestly, it was hard to not get emotional with this movie because it really checked all the boxes for me. That's all I have to say about Baby Girl. Claire said, I love Nicole Kidman since Practical Magic. Oh my god. So I love Nicole Kidman. And can you believe I haven't seen Practical Magic yet? I know, because so many of my friends love Practical Magic. Like, they love it so much. And I can't believe I haven't seen it. It was always one of those movies that played on TV, but I never sat down to watch it. And I really am going to make that a priority. I will be watching that very soon. Okay, so next, also on February 2nd, I watched, oh wait, no, technically I watched Baby Girl on February 1st, but it must have ended at like midnight, and then that's when I logged it. Okay. This makes more sense. Oh my goodness. Claire said it's one of my, oh, your favorite like witch movies of all time. Cool. Yeah, I have to see it. So on February 2nd, I watched She Killed in Ecstasy from 1971, starring Soledad Miranda, and it's directed by Jess Franco. I'm so happy I love this movie. So Jess Franco, and this is for all my like 70s loving like European jolly loving people. Even though She Killed in Ecstasy is not a giallo by any means, this like type of film is very giallo coded, like especially aesthetically. I think a lot of Jess Franco's work is very giallo-esque, even though it's not technically a giallo. But She Killed in Ecstasy was really fun. I gave it 4, and I also gave it a little heart. I really liked it. I think Soledad is incredible. She's like one of those actresses that says a lot with just her eyes, and I love that. Like today, I feel like modern day, like I feel like one of my favorite actresses that like primarily acts with her eyes is Sophie Thatcher. And that is like one of my favorite genres of women. Like when you can just like act with your eyes. Everything to me. Chef's kiss. She Killed in Ecstasy. Crazy. It's kind of, I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of incoherent at times. If you've seen any Jess Franco movies, they're kind of weird and have like a loose story. Everything is kind of just vibey and just like very like aesthetically pleasing shots. Yeah, I can't say it's a really deep film by any means, because it really isn't, and there's a lot that kind of just is goofy and makes no sense, but it ultimately works, and Soledad gives such a good performance, so I'm happy I finally watched that. I'm really trying to watch more of Jess Franco's work, so that was fun. I have seen Vampiros Lesbos. If you guys have seen that, that's the same director. Okay, so we love that. Now we're moving on. Sasha says, I don't think I've ever followed the plot of a single Franco film. Yeah, because, like, there really never is a plot. Everything is so convoluted and messy. It's like, okay, I guess we're doing this now. Yeah, it's more just like a feeling, I think. Which, I love that. Like, I could say the same about Vampiros Lesbos, which was my first Jess Franco film. And it was just a vibe. But I gotta be real, it didn't really say much of anything. Interesting movie. Interesting filmmaker, you know? Okay. Now, next. Alright, we're getting into it. I'm excited. As you can see, in February, I spent a lot of time watching a lot of, like, horny cinema. If you guys haven't seen my latest video of my top 10 erotic thrillers, you should check that out. I spent a lot of time doing, like, research. I love erotic thrillers, erotic horror. That's my bag. Usually we get some of the best, like, female performances in those movies. So I've been doing a lot of that. But yeah. Hello, Chris. If you've never seen a Jean Rollin film, check out The Living Dead Girl in a Certain Way. It's like a vampire version of Hellraiser. Okay, cool. I will add that to my letterbox. I've never heard of that. What year is that from? Okay, so next up in the horny cinema universe, we have Sex, Lies, and Videotape from 1989. And I gave this film 4.5, and I also gave it a heart. As you can tell, I was having a great February. I had some of the best watches. So many films I really loved, which a lot of the time during most months, I don't have a lot of films I love. I have a lot of not so great films, and then, you know, like maybe a handful that I give, you know, 4 and above. 4 and above, like, I really liked it a lot. Like, I loved it. So Sex, Lies, and Videotape, to quote myself, I said, James Spader carrying the critically horny cinema genre on his fucking back. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I loved Sex, Lies, and Videotape. We have, let me pull up the cast, because we have such a great cast. We have, Andie MacDowell, Peter Gallagher, James Spader. Love. Now, whenever I see Andie MacDowell, I'm just like, oh my god, Margot Qualley's mom. Like, obviously I knew her before Margot Qualley, but like now I'm just like, oh my god. It was really interesting to watch this film now. Like, this was my first time watching it. It's so wild how much Margot Qualley looks like her. It's pretty crazy, especially when she was younger. Like, whoa, they look the same. Yeah, so Sex, Lies, and Videotape I really liked. It's directed by Steven Soderbergh, and I think it was his directorial debut, which is insane. I think. Was it? Maybe I made that up. Somebody fact check me. I could be lying. I feel like I read that somewhere, but maybe it's not true. Anyways, Steven Soderbergh is really an interesting director that I really enjoy. He has made some like crazy films, and they're all incredibly different. Recently, he just had Presence that came out earlier this year. And if you haven't seen Presence, I didn't do a review of this film, which I definitely should have. But Presence was so good. It was such a good movie. It's the one, if you don't know, it's the one that everything is in the ghost perspective. I was on the fence if that would work for me, but it works really well, and it's a great ghost story. It is a very, very, very good movie, and I love the sound design and everything. What a great film. But yeah, he has also done the Magic Mike movies, which is so crazy, and he did the movies about Che, which is also crazy. He just has a crazy filmography. Oh yeah, and he did Unsane. He also did Side Effects, Contagion. Like, Contagion? He has done everything. Ocean's 13, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 11. like this guy, he's kind of amazing. Like, not a single film is similar. I loved his Sex, Lies, and Videotape. He's a really interesting director. I love watching his work so far. Yeah, I have nothing else to say, really. If you haven't seen Sex, Lies, and Videotape, I think it's so worth it. You will really enjoy it. Especially the performances are all very good. Okay, so moving on. Next, I watched Red Rocket, directed by Shawn Baker, from 2021, starring Simon Rex. Red Rocket had been on my list for a while, and I don't know why. I just kept putting it off, waiting for the right time. For some reason, I thought Red Rocket was going to be a lot like the Florida Project, in that it's really, really depressing. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll wait for the perfect time to watch Red Rocket. So here's the thing. I so far have enjoyed a lot of Shawn Baker's work. Obviously, I did really love Anora this year. If you guys follow me, obviously you know that I loved Anora. I did a whole like recreation of the Criterion poster that was released a few months ago. Yeah, really loved Anora. I'm a little bit sad. I didn't love Red Rocket. So I liked Red Rocket. There were definitely things to like, but ultimately it doesn't hit quite as hard as Florida Project or Anora for me. I think Florida Project and Anora are his best work. Red Rocket, a lot of this movie was kind of just uncomfortable for me to watch. Our main character that Simon Rex is playing is very, very unlikable. And throughout the movie, he gets more and more unlikable. I'm not too sure like what we're supposed to feel for this character. Yeah, he wasn't really redeeming in any regard. I was very uncomfortable with his like relationship with the younger girl that works at the donut shop. It was just like a weird movie. It wasn't really for me. I don't think I'm the audience for Red Rocket, but I love the way it was shot, and I think Simon Rex gave a really amazing performance, and I'm a big Simon Rex fan, actually. Anyone that knows me, I go really hard for Simon Rex. If he's in anything, I'm like, yes, I'm so excited. Like, I genuinely just want the best for him. Yeah, like, I really loved him in Blink Twice, and I've loved him forever. Like, does anyone know the Dirt Nasty music? Like, come on. Right? Like, I don't know. He's kind of iconic. But yeah, Red Rocket, unfortunately, didn't really hit for me. It's a shame because I really love the poster. I love the aesthetic. Yeah, I usually do like Shawn Baker's whole, like, approach to films. Like, I like how he's so... I don't know, he's so specific in what the films look like and the colors, and I love the choice of font that he always uses. And usually I just like this type of storytelling that's just like this little tiny story and you're getting just like a little slice into this person's life. But yeah, I wish Red Rocket hit more for me, but it didn't, unfortunately. I gave it 3.5, because, like, yeah, it's good. It's just not one I will go back to. It's not really one that I can say is my favorite. To quote myself, I wrote, Simon Rex, you will always be famous. And that is very true. Let me catch up on the chat real quick before I continue. Paul said, lucky for you, I finally watched Possession. And wait, I finally watched Possession, and what do you mean? The movie will make my life. What? Wait, I don't understand the comment. Oh, did I say... Oh, maybe you're talking about in my latest video, because I said that Possession will change your life. Is that what you mean? Sorry. Yeah, I said that because Possession is insane. And usually it's a movie that I show to a lot of my friends, especially if they haven't seen it. I'm like, oh, have you seen it? Especially because, like, it's in my top 5 of all time. And for me, sharing movies with my friends is a love language. And anytime I'm shown my friends, they're always like, whoa, what's going on there? That might be the craziest movie I've ever seen. And they never forget about it. It ultimately changes their life. It changed my life. So funny. Claire said the Florida Project is by my fave. Oh, it's probably my fave of Shawn Baker's. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Florida Project is... It's so good. I've seen it twice. I first watched it alone, and then I showed it to my partner, and my partner really loved it. And I think it's a great movie. And also, I think Florida Project is very rewatchable, even though it's not very feel good, but it's a rewatchable movie. I would much prefer to rewatch Florida Project and Nora than Red Rocket, I think. But yeah. Okay, let's move on. So February 4th, I rewatched The Substance. This was to actually show my bestie Melissa, who is in the chat. Hi, girly. I'm so excited I got to be present for Melissa's first watch of The Substance. I loved seeing Melissa's reaction to all the stuff going on in The Substance. If you are a frequent watcher of the channel, then you know that I love The Substance. I did a whole review. One of my favorite reviews I actually did, because it was a review I got to get really personal with, which I don't usually do that, but The Substance, it really did affect me so deeply that it felt necessary. It was just pouring out. But yeah, The Substance on a rewatch is still a 5-star for me. Incredible. And to quote myself, I said, these bitches had a queen off. I'm never coming back from this movie. And that is still true. I love The Substance. Oh my god. You guys know I love The Substance. I don't even need to talk about it for that long. You know the vibes. Incredible. Demi Moore, incredible. My girl, my love, Margot Qualley, incredible. Sue, icon. Elizabeth Sparkle, icon. Girlies to girlies, love it. Love The Substance. Shout out Coralie Farjah, incredible work. No notes. Claire said it was my fave of 2024. I loved Sue's wardrobe. Same. And she's a pink girly, okay? Sue is a pink girly. Sue would be a fan of Sweet and Spooky, I think. I think Sue would really fuck with the vision of this channel. She would really like it. I love it. Okay, so now moving on to my next watch. Oh, okay. So this one was not a banger. We went from a 5-star rewatch to this one. Okay. Oh man, it was bad. Oh, D, I love that. Sue and Spooky. I love it. Love it. Paul said, like the substance, the monster fusion is epic. Can't remember her name. Oh, Monstrala Sue. Yeah. Love it. I love it. Okay, so my next watch on February 5th was another erotic thriller. However, I didn't find it that good. We have Dream Lover from 1993. And as you can tell, I was going down a James Spader hole here. Dream Lover I actually watched with my friend David. Shout out to David, who is not here with us in the chat tonight. Me and David, we had the same thoughts. We did not love Dream Lover. It's unfortunate. Dream Lover has James Spader and oh man, I can never say her name correctly. Madchen. I don't want to butcher her name, but she's from Twin Peaks and Riverdale. Madchen? Amick? Oh man, I'm sure I butchered it, but you know her. We love her. We love her. She's so good. Okay, so Dream Lover, I love the poster. It's so beautiful. You really think it's going to be something so good. Like, since this one is a little bit obscure, I'm going to read you guys the synopsis for this one, because not a lot of people have heard of or seen this movie. And now, having seen it, I totally understand why. Before I read the synopsis, hello, Raul. Welcome. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Okay, so the synopsis of Dream Lover. Not long after they cross paths at an art gallery, architect Ray Reardon, what a weird name, and, whoa, I can't speak, and sensual Lena are married with children. But as strange incidents occur, Ray begins to realize he may not really know the woman he married. So, it sounds like it's gonna be tea. Like, it sounds like it's gonna be good tea. It sounds like it's gonna hit, right? Girls. Girly pops. Let me tell you right now. It doesn't. I gave it a 2 out of 5. I didn't even give it a heart because I didn't even like it. And to quote myself, I said, girl, it wasn't erotic enough and certainly did not thrill me. I'm so sad. I do wish James Spader would look at me like that, though. And that rings true. That really sums up my entire experience with Dream Lover. And my friend David felt the same way. We, when the movie ended, we kind of looked at each other. We were like, well, that sucked. Yeah, nothing really redeeming about this movie. The ending is atrocious. It's one of the dumbest endings ever. And not nearly erotic enough. Yeah, just mess of a movie, honestly. We can move on from Dream Lover. Oh, Dream Lover's from 1993. I don't know if I said that already. Okay. Okay, cool. So on February 6th, I started my martial arts movie journey. It's gonna be a long journey, you guys. But I started with Enter the Dragon. Okay. So, Enter the Dragon, I had never seen before. And it's so interesting because a lot of my friends have actually seen this movie when they were like kids. And I don't really know. I guess like in my household, like we didn't really watch a lot of martial arts movies. So I didn't have that experience. But now that I am getting into Taekwondo, I've been really wanting to like watch more martial arts movies, and I'm like fascinated with all of it. It really is such an interesting subgenre. And also, I do love fight choreography. If you watch this channel like consistently, you know I always talk about fight sequences and stuff in movies. I love watching some good fight choreography. Yeah, and I did a lot of fight choreography in college. I went to an acting conservatory, so we did a lot of stage combat, and yeah, we did unarmed and armed, which was really fun. And I just love the whole thing with fight choreography. It's so fun. It's such an exchange of energy, and yeah, it's so fun. Okay, so Enter the Dragon. This one is good. Okay, we're moving up. We're moving up, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving up. Okay, so I gave it 4.5. 4.5. And I gave it a little heart as well. Now, to quote myself, I said this lived up to all the hype. I was in awe of all the fight sequences. Those spin kicks from Bruce were really doing it for me. And I'd be doing everyone here a disservice if I didn't mention how jolly-coded a lot of the music, shots, and framing are. What a picture! And yes, that really sums it up. Yeah, Enter the Dragon was a really fun experience. I loved it. I would watch it again. It has Bruce Lee and John Saxon. No notes. No notes. They were. So see you next Tuesday. You know? Amazing. Amazing work. Alright. Okay, so that same night. Oh man, that's so funny. I was really going through it mentally, I think. That same night, I did a rewatch of a childhood favorite. I rewatched Beauty and the Beast. And yes, the original Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, obviously Beauty and the Beast is a 5-star, and it definitely got a heart. Beauty and the Beast has been one of my favorite Disney movies since I'm a kid. Belle is one of my favorite Disney princesses. She actually, I think, is my favorite Disney princess of all time. Like, just love her. Yeah, I can't really, like, say much that you guys don't already know about Beauty and the Beast, right? I gave it a 5, obviously, and to quote myself, I'm having a lot of fun just doing that, and to quote myself, I said, Lumiere was always so. See you next Tuesday. I have so much respect for him, honestly, and that remains true. We love candle operas, you know? Like, it's kind of like just a standard that if you are in any gay person's house, all the lights are off, candelabras are on, only lamps are on, we don't use the big light. You can barely see in here, okay? But it's always a vibe. It's always a vibe. And I wish I had my own Lumiere. I really do. Beauty and the Beast, no notes. No notes. I love this movie. I don't even care. I know. It's a horror channel. We're talking about Disney princesses. Whatever. I'm gonna do what I want. It's Women's History Month, okay? I'm celebrating me. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me catch up on the chat before I continue. Raul said, I've never seen any of these movies, but I'm here for the vibes. Oh my god. I love you. I love you, my friend. You're the best. You're the best. I'm sure you've seen some of these, to be honest. I was talking about The Substance earlier. You've seen that. I'm sure you've seen a few. Claire said, all hail Scream King John Saxon, right? That's our guy right there. That's our little hottie right there. Paul said, I think you're gonna watch Dragon Ball. Oh, Dragon Ball Z is so fun. I did watch that a lot as a kid. I don't think I've ever watched the show in order. But I used to watch it a lot as a kid. D said, John Saxon, I'm sad, right? Roll says, Belle is low-key the best Disney princess. She is! Say it louder for the people in the back. I love Belle. I really do. She's the best. Claire said, Belle, Rapunzel, and Tiana are my top 3 princesses. Yeah. I mean, no notes. I love Tiana. I love her. Yeah, I like Rapunzel as well, but I don't think I've seen the movie enough to really appreciate it. I've been really wanting to rewatch it, so maybe I'll do that. You've inspired me, Claire. I might just, like, have to go and rewatch, you know? Paul said Beauty and the Beast music's our jam. Yeah, I know. Oh, I love the music so much. I was like, that's when I watched also with David. We did a double feature. We watched Enter the Dragon and then we watched Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I was singing along heavy to Beauty and the Beast. I know every single word. I love that movie. And it's so beautiful. Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's just so gorgeous. Like, for me, I don't know. It might be the prettiest. It might be the prettiest Disney princess movie. I don't know. I have hiccups. I'm like dying. I'm so sorry. Rocco talking about getting me into Dragon Ball. Raul said The Substance was wild, wasn't it? Celisa so Bulma coded. Am I? She's the OG bimbo with brains. I love it. Celisa's bell coded. Thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. She's the best. She is the best. Claire said, I also love Snow White, Ariel, and Cinderella. Oh my God. I love that we can talk about Disney princesses here right now. I love Snow White. I love Snow White. It's one of those movies that, like, if I'm sad and it's late and I can't sleep, I love throwing on Snow White. It's really beautiful. And, like, it's so, like, horror-esque as well. But I love the cartoon design in Snow White. I just love the way everything looks. It's beautiful. I don't know how I'm feeling, and you guys in the chat can answer this. I don't know how exactly I'm feeling about the new live action Snow White that's coming. I don't know. That trailer is not really serving for me. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm still gonna see it, but I don't know. I'm not too excited because it doesn't look as magical as I wish it did. You know what I mean? Like, it's not making me excited. I think, like, it's so interesting. I was just thinking of this before. The Cinderella live action that we got with Lily James a couple of years ago, to me, was so, like, magical and gorgeous, like the dress and everything. And I just didn't really feel that with the Snow White trailer. So kind of hate that. So far I've really enjoyed a lot of the Cinderella live actions because as a kid I loved the Cinderella with Brandy. Oh my God, that VHS tape of mine, like, it was almost dust. I used to watch that all the time. I haven't seen it in a really long time, but I love that. I don't know. I'm not feeling too excited about Snow White. I really do like Rachel Zegler, so I want to see it for her. I love her voice. And I love seeing a Latina play Snow White. So I definitely want to go and see her and support her in that. But it's not really looking great. I don't know. It's not looking great. It's just not giving me that magical feeling. You know what I mean? Claire said, I love Rachel Zegler. I think she's a great singer and actress. Yeah, I agree. Fave live action Disney princess movie was Cinderella. Oh, the one with Lily James? I love it. Yeah, it's such a good one. Raoul says, not sure about the new Snow White. I think I'll wait to see what the reviews are like to decide if I'm going to go see it. Rachel Zegler crushes that song in the trailer, though. Yeah, she does. No, her voice sounds really, really lovely, as usual. And again, I do love seeing a Latina being Snow White. Like, that's amazing. Like, if I was a child, you know, I think I would be really, really excited. But the fact that, you know, I am a grown woman and I understand film and, like, I don't have, you know, the child's, like, brain anymore. It just doesn't look good. You know, but obviously, like, if you're a kid and you're looking at the trailer, you're like, oh my god, I want to go see Snow White. What do you mean? Like, you have no concept of the fact that it doesn't look very good. Yeah, I'm probably with you, Raoul. I think I'm gonna wait to see what people are saying to dictate if I want to see it in the theater or not. Yeah, Paul, I know. It just doesn't look great. All right, so moving on from Beauty and the Beast. My next watch was Legally Blonde. This was a rewatch. And I rewatched this with my friend Jay for one of our girly pop nights. And I love Legally Blonde. You know, it's a fun movie. I have crazy hiccups. I don't know what's going on. I'm so sorry in advance. Maybe I should, like, drink water. Maybe that'll help. Hold on. Get a little water action. Maybe it'll stop it. All right. So, my Legally Blonde rewatch. I still really liked it. I think it's a good time. Legally Blonde is one of those movies that it's so girly pop. Like, it really did raise a generation, you know? It's like, it's just bimbo. You know, I love it. I think there are so many quotable, iconic lines. Reese Witherspoon's amazing. I love this movie. To quote myself, I said the bimbofication of studying law. I gave it 4.5 and a little heart. I think that's all we can say about Legally Blonde. I'm trying to speed through because I watched a lot of movies. So I definitely want to, you know, get going. Okay. So a not so good watch. This was a first time watch. Girl. Listen to me right now. It's not good. Okay, so yeah. So my first watch of Showgirls from 1995. And I wanted to watch Showgirls before I watched the last Showgirl, even though they're not connected at all, but I was trying to just watch movies of the same, you know, vibe. I don't understand. I'm gonna be honest. I have no concept of why people, like, love Showgirls, because there's a lot of people that love this movie. They give it, like, high scores. Letterboxd is very interesting. Let me just go to it. So, oh wait, how do I see the review? Sorry. Okay, I don't usually go on Letterboxd on my laptop, and it looks so strange on here. So, yeah, a lot of these reviews are very positive. You know, like 5, 5, 4. Like, and it's really confusing. Like, I actually don't really understand Showgirls. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I had a lot of people kind of like hyping it up for me, saying it's like so bad it's good and that like I would like it and whatever. And some people just genuinely think it's good, which is interesting. I don't even know who this is directed by. Okay, so Showgirls is from 1995, directed by Paul Verhoeven? I'm not sure if that's how you say that. Okay, so yeah, it stars Elizabeth Berkley and Kyle MacLachlan. We love him, and Gina Gershon. Wow. I wanted to like Showgirls a lot. It seemed like it would be my kind of thing, but I'm gonna be honest, I hated it. I gave Showgirls 2.5. And I didn't give it a heart. Here's the thing. Showgirls is really, really messy. It feels like 100 movies in one, and I don't like that. Especially, like, with, to me, how bad the dialogue is in this movie. It doesn't work for me. And this movie is 131 minutes. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it felt like I was watching this movie for like 3.5 hours. To quote myself, as I stated on Letterboxd, this might be one of the weirdest films I've ever seen. I'm honestly flabbergasted. It's 100 genres in one, and there are some insane lines of dialogue, such as, man, everybody got AIDS and shit. And the pool scene, my jaw was on the floor. Over the top isn't even the right word to describe it all. Yeah. And be honest with you guys. The dialogue in this was horrendous. Okay? And not just the dialogue. Like, a lot of the way that the dialogue was delivered by some of the actors was insane. Like, I don't understand this movie. Elizabeth Berkley, like, all of her movements and her acting doesn't make any sense to me. Everything is, like, insanely over the top, and I don't know why. Like, I don't understand if that was the direction, because, like, she was the only one acting like that. Like, I have no idea what that was about. Kyle MacLachlan was great. He acted like his regular self, you know. I thought he was very good. And Gina Gershon, I thought was great. I think actually she gave probably my favorite performance in the movie. I think she really was just like, okay, I'm going to do my job. I don't think this movie's going to be good, but I'm going to do my job. I have no notes on Showgirls. I don't know. I have nothing else to say. I don't know. This is a hot mess. I don't like this movie. I don't understand. Maybe I'll do a rewatch and feel different. Like, I'm genuinely like flabbergasted that people have given this movie like 4 and above. Like, I don't know. It's insane. I really didn't like it at all. And then there's like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but there's this like really disturbing scene towards the end of the movie that happens to our lead girl, played by Elizabeth Berkley, her like best friend. And I found it to be a scene that was so intense and like jarring, and I was not expecting it to happen. because of the way that the movie was. So when that very serious thing happened, I was really turned off by the movie. I was like, what is going on? There's a lot going on, and like nothing at the same time, and then that happened, and I was like, okay, I'm checking out. Like I'm I'm done with this movie. It's like too much. Yeah, and the scene was very aggressive. I did not like that. Okay. That's it. I feel bad because I don't feel bad. It's my opinion, but like a lot of my friends did think I was going to like it. It wasn't for me. Okay, let me catch up on the chat really quickly. Clara said Legally Blonde is iconic. Ella is one of my favorite fictional characters. Oh, same. Yeah, her fits are so good. I get it. Chris said, I recently watched Your Monster, and I think Melissa Benedetta should do more comedies. If she made this film 25 years ago, it would make her a star. Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I love Your Monster. I did a whole review of Your Monster. Kate says, I agree about Showgirls, not so bad. It's good. Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. D says, I just popped in on Joe Bob. Want to know what he's watching? Oh, yeah. I would love to know. Claire said, Your Monster is on my top 5 of 2024. Melissa is so talented. She is. We love her. She's great. Okay. So, now we can move on. My next watch was A Real Pain from 2024, directed by Jesse Eisenberg, starring Jesse Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin. Am I saying his name right? Kieran Culkin, right? Yeah, Kieran Culkin. Okay. Okay, so A Real Pain. I don't have too much to say about it. I thought it was a pleasant little movie. I really liked it a lot, actually. I think Jesse Eisenberg did a really good job directing this, and I think Kieran is really good in the movie. Yeah, he obviously won a lot of awards this season for this movie, and for good reason, because he's very, very good in this movie. I mean, I love him. He's very good in Succession as well. It's so...
Yeah, you're live.
Wait. What does that mean?
It just froze.
It said OBS was not connecting.
I don't know. Let's check your... Yeah, I'm getting internet.
Yes, D. Hello. It did freeze.
Are we back?
D just said, did it freeze for anyone else or just me?
Oh, okay, it's back.
Yeah, am I back? Can anyone in the chat let me know? Raul said it froze. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm so back. I don't know what happened.
You're so back.
That scared me. I got like the loud Windows noise. You guys know? The loud little like doo-doo-doo. And it was like, OBS cannot connect. And I was like, oh no. Okay. So back to what I was saying. If you're a Succession girl, then you know that Kieran Culkin and Jeremy Strong were in the same category for all of the award season. And Jeremy Strong was nominated for his performance in the film The Apprentice. And Kieran was nominated for this film, A Real Pain. I love Kieran, and I loved A Real Pain. I actually liked it a lot, and I think, you know, he very much does deserve the win. But I have to be honest. Oh no. My audio keeps cutting in and out. What does that mean?
I don't hear that on the stream on my end.
Audio keeps cutting off.
I don't hear that on my end on the stream.
Yeah, but...
Like, I have it playing right now.
Oh no! 3 people said that. I don't know,
Really?
guys. I'm sorry. Um.
Okay.
Hello. It's always so fun figuring out streaming. Can anyone hear me? Is the audio working? It appears that my stream doesn't want me to talk about Jeremy Strong and Kieran Culkin. Every time I start talking about them, something is going wrong. Okay, whoa, okay. Jacob says audio is fine. Paul says audio is still cutting out. Every other word goes quiet, cutting in and out.
I think that might just be some people, because I didn't hear that on my end.
Audio sounds okay. I'm not really sure, guys. I will put my mic closer. I don't know. I'm not sure why that's happening. Is everything good? I don't know. I'm gonna keep talking about Kieran Culkin and Jeremy Strong. It's not wanting me to do it today. Okay, so yeah, so they were both nominated in the same category. Kieran, I think, was great and does deserve the win. However, Jeremy Strong is such a force in the film The Apprentice, and is an absolute scene stealer, and I love his work. So I'm just a little tiny bit sad that he didn't win, like, one. Like, he didn't win one award. You know, I would have loved for him to win at least one of them, because he was fabulous. But anyways, yeah, I did enjoy A Real Pain. I gave it a 4, gave it a little heart, and Shaco says OBS fucking hates Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. I know. It, like, they don't want me to talk about Jeremy Strong for some reason. I'm singing high praises and OBS is like, what do you mean? I love Jeremy Strong. He's actually one of my favorite actors working today. I think he's really incredible. He is something to watch. It's like a masterclass for me anyway. As an actor, I love his technique. So to quote myself for A Real Pain, I said beautifully written, carefully crafted, and great chemistry between our leads. Couldn't ask for more. And that about sums it up. Now we can move on. Hopefully OBS will enjoy me talking about Demi Moore. So we're moving on to my first watch of this film, Striptease, from 1996. The year I was born. Jacob said The Apprentice is the only above average biopic from last year. Yeah, I gotta agree. OBS loves Demi Moore. Yeah, I know. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Hope it's all good. I put the mic closer, so hopefully that helps. That's super weird that it was only happening to a few people. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe it has something to do with what was going on with OBS before. Okay, so Striptease. Yeah. I also watched Striptease because I watched Showgirls, and then I was inspired to watch films kind of like it. Striptease was interesting. It wasn't at all what I was expecting. But I liked it. I didn't hate it. I gave it a 3, and I did give it a little heart. I thought Demi Moore was really good in it. I think it's kind of, like, insane, the movie, because it's a little bit messy. But ultimately, I liked it. To quote myself, I said, Demi Moore is always committed to slaying. And that also remains true. And we can move on, because I have a lot of movies to get through. I watched a lot in February. Okay. Moving on to really, really bad. Wow. Holy shit. Actually, this might be the lowest score. Yeah. This is the movie that I rated the absolute lowest this month. Okay. Um, on February 12th, I watched I watched Suitable Flesh from 2023, starring Heather Graham. Okay, and Barbara Crampton. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know what Suitable Flesh is. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't understand what this movie is. Okay, to quote myself, so I can set the standard for everybody right now. I wrote, I've tried to watch this film twice now, and I just have no words. What is this? And, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Suitable Flesh is not good. I think it's really a mess. I don't understand. It feels weirdly like a Lifetime movie, but like with horror elements. And I hated everything about it, actually. I hated everything about it. I really don't have anything else to say. I thought it was really awful. I actually gave it half a star. I thought it was terrible. Like, I just was like, okay, hate that, and I don't plan on watching that ever again. And that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I don't know. Just so bad. Didn't make any sense. Okay, moving on to still bad territory. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. I'm glad the audio is all good. Jacob said he was Daniel Day-Lewis' assistant and his method style really rubbed off on him. Oh my gosh, is that true? I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Thank you for telling me that. That's really cool. Hello, the Phantom. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. So moving on to my next watch on February 13th, I watched this movie with my two besties. And we watched this to kind of celebrate Valentine's Day together. We watched The Crow from 2024, starring Bill Skarsgård and FKA Twigs. So, this is obviously a remake of The Crow with Brandon Lee. My best friend, Melissa, her favorite movie of all time is The Crow. So I have seen the original Crow, but I've only seen it once. But I knew if I was going to watch the remake, I had to watch it with Melissa. Because, like, that's Melissa's movie. Like, she has a tattoo from that movie. She could tell you everything. She could tell you the lore. She could tell you behind the scenes. Like, that's her thing. So I was like, all right, I gotta watch it with a true fan, you know? She hated this also. The Crow from 2024 is subjectively bad. It might be one of the ugliest movies I've ever seen. I'm gonna be so honest. The CGI in this movie is insane. Bill Skarsgård and FKA Twigs, they're lovely. I actually think they're both great, and I thought they had great chemistry. Really, none of my negative thoughts about The Crow have anything to do with them, because I thought they were great and they worked with what they had, which unfortunately the script gives them really not much to work with. Not only is a lot of the dialogue very kind of Tumblr level, like 2012 kind of cringe, but the way the movie is paced is insane. By the time Bill Skarsgård becomes the Crow, you have like maybe 20 minutes of the movie left. So it's kind of just a hot mess. And all the changes they make to this story, I don't get why they did any of that. And none of it is interesting or new. It doesn't bring anything cool to the table. I don't really like the way, like, the character design is for Bill Skarsgård. I think they gave him these really tacky, corny, ugly, hideous, abysmal tattoos. They look fake. A lot of his look was giving, Joker and Suicide Squad. Hated that. Um, yeah, I hated his look. It was terrible. It was really awful. Yeah. FKA Twigs I thought was really lovely. I've never seen her act in anything, and I thought she did a great job. I really like them together. I wish it would have been in something that had more substance, but this really sucked. It was really bad. But not quite as bad as Suitable Flesh for me. So I gave the Crow remake 1 star. And to quote myself, I said, I too want to wear all pink, break out of rehab, and queen out with Bill Skarsgård. And to be honest, still true. All right. So now moving on to February 14th, and this is on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. I'll catch up on the chat. Paul says, "Oh no, Moth Queen, you watched The Crow?" Yeah. Oh, you're talking about, yes, I know. That clip of Bill Skarsgård that I put on my story with the pink outfit. Yeah, I actually love that cute little scene between them. It's probably one of the best scenes for me, is when they're like talking to each other in the rehab and they're wearing like the pink sweatsuits. I thought it was really cute, but the movie sucks. But yeah. All right, so moving on to Valentine's Day, my annual rewatch for Galentine's Day with my 2 friends. Sorry, I just like died. My rewatch was of the original My Bloody Valentine, and I gave it 5 stars, and of course I gave it a little heart. I love this movie. I love it. I have no notes. I've talked about this film many, many times. It's so interesting. The first time I watched My Bloody Valentine, which was the first time I watched the original, I should say, was at the beginning of my channel. Because I had never seen it. I had only ever seen the remake with Jensen Ackles, because that came out around the time where I was a really big Supernatural girl. So I did watch My Bloody Valentine 3D. And I liked that one. Now, obviously I liked it and thought it was really good, which is crazy. But at the time, I was young, and I think I thought that was good, I guess. Now, I still like My Bloody Valentine 3D, but I understand that it's not good. But I think it's camp. Like, I think it's fun and stupid and not meant to be taken seriously. You know? It's in 3D. I mean, it looks ridiculous. It's hilarious. I love it. But yeah, so for a while, I hadn't seen the original My Bloody Valentine. And so I remember watching it when I first started the channel, and I didn't like it. Can you believe that? I watched the original and I didn't like it. Like, I was like, wow, this movie is so boring, and like, I don't understand why people like this. And I wasn't really seeing the vision. Now, I think when I first watched it, I watched it when I was already tired. So I was falling asleep and I thought it was super boring. It wasn't until I rewatched it with my patrons for a little movie night that we do every month, that I saw the vision. You know, like, I finally got to really lock in. It was with all my lovely patrons who are super passionate about this genre. And I started really seeing things I loved about it. And I loved listening to, like, my patrons' commentary and them, you know, pointing out cool things. And it just made me appreciate the movie even more. And so far for Galentine's Day, we have watched My Bloody Valentine 3D and the original back to back. This year we only watched the original. um, but yeah, I love it. I have no notes. My favorite quote, which I did write on Letterboxd, is "It's Harry Warden. He's here. Everybody get the fuck out." Because you know how much I like died laughing at that. And also I personally felt like in a lot of these like old slashers, they never just say like everybody go home. Like everybody needs to be careful and stay home and be safe. Like in this one they were like everybody go. Get out. He's here. And it was just like so funny. But yeah, every time I watch it, I love it more. I think it's a great movie. I love it so much. And I love the ending. What a great movie. D showing some love for My Bloody Valentine. Claire says My Bloody Valentine and Valentine from 2001 are the ones I watch every year. That is solid. I loved Companion and I liked Hard Eyes. Sophie was amazing in her role. Mason and Olivia had great chemistry. Yes, I reviewed Companion and Hard Eyes. If you haven't seen those, you should definitely check them out. I loved both of those movies so much. So, Paul said, I don't like the stereotypical Latin trope of My Bloody Valentine 3D. Oh, yes, I know. I feel the same. I always have that issue with that too. I think I've spoken about that also. Yeah, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Yeah, it's messy. 2009 was not a great year for horror movies, I would say. Oh, hi, David. I was talking about you earlier. Welcome. Okay, so next up on February 18th, I watched a new film that came to Shudder on Valentine's Day called The Dead Thing from 2024. I wanted to love this. So The Dead Thing, it starts off quite strong, actually. I'm going to be honest, it starts off very strong. I like the way it looks. We have a great performance from Blue Hunt. I really loved her work. I haven't really seen her in anything else. Yeah, I don't think I've seen her in anything else, have I? I'm reading what she's been in. No. Oh, she was in the originals. I don't even remember the originals, honestly. Anyways. Yeah, The Dead Thing. So, for those who don't know, and this is a newer movie, I guess I'll read the synopsis. A young woman lost in a series of meaningless connections falls in love with a charismatic and sensitive man who hides a dark secret that turns her affair into a dangerous obsession. Okay, so it starts off really strong, and you think it's going to go places, but it's one of those movies that, for me at least, it felt like it was just kind of edging me the whole time. It doesn't really go to the full extent that I wished it would have went to. And that bums me out because aesthetically and everything, I did really like the movie. And I really thought it was going to be a more impactful story. But it really wasn't for me. And that really bummed me out. But to quote myself, I said, didn't really work for me, but loved seeing the House of Psychotic Women book on that bedside table. And that's true. It was really fun seeing the movie and noticing the book because I literally did the Leonardo DiCaprio point, and I was like, oh my god, same bestie, same. One of the best books, honestly. If you're really like into horror, obviously I'm sure you are if you're here. But if you love women in horror, you should really buy the House of Psychotic Women book. It's so cool. There's so many great recommendations in there. There's a lot of niche things that I'm sure you haven't heard of in there. And yeah, it's just a great overall read. All right, so moving on. The Phantom. Rowan Campbell's character in The Monkey was funny. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, Rowan Campbell, I I love him. He's great. We're going to talk about The Monkey soon, actually. So on February 19th, I watched. This becomes the time where I start getting like a little delulu. Okay. So I watched for the first time a rom-com that's been on my list for a while now. I watched Notting Hill from 1999. And this stars Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. And I gave Notting Hill 5, and I gave it a little heart as well. One of my favorite quotes in this movie. Before I actually say the quote, I have to say this. I can't believe I put off this movie for so long. Because here's the thing. Like, this is a movie that I just really would have loved if I would have watched it earlier in my life. Here's the thing. I love rom-coms. If you guys have been a part of the channel, if you watched my erotic thriller video, you guys know. I love romantic films. I love rom-coms. It's another like genre I'm very passionate about, actually. Rom-coms are very comforting to me, and I've always liked them since I was younger, and I've always wanted to be in one, and I've always wanted to write one. I love rom-coms so much. Actually, it's so funny. A short film that I wrote and directed but never came into fruition is a rom-com. But yeah, that's so crazy. But I did that a long time ago, and I'm sure I'm capable of much better. But anyways, moving on. My favorite quote was, "I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her." And I said, and I quote, "Yeah, just punch me in the gut, why don't you?" And that is exactly how I feel. Gave it a 5. Gave it a heart. Really loved it. I will be rewatching to the end of time. I love Notting Hill. I can't wait to watch it with my friends. I'm definitely going to show this to multiple friends. I loved it. Beautiful movie. Performances out of this world. Can't get over it. Hugh Grant, love, no notes. All right, so moving on. On February 20th, I watched The Monkey. Okay, so The Monkey, I was going to do a full video review of The Monkey, but I ended up not doing it because I was not feeling too good that week, and then I was also editing my erotic thriller video, and then by the time I got around to filming The Monkey, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a bit late to put out this review now. So I ended up not reviewing The Monkey, but that's okay because we are here to talk about it now. Yeah, so I went to the theater to watch The Monkey. Obviously, this is directed by Osgood Perkins and stars Theo James. And let me get all the actors here. Tatiana Maslany. Oh my god, that's right. Elijah Wood is in this. Rowan Campbell, Adam Scott. Yeah, we have a solid cast in The Monkey. So I really enjoyed The Monkey, actually. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw my first out of the theater thoughts. And I really liked it. It was a fun time. It's a different one for Osgood for sure. Osgood is really killing it in the game. We got Longlegs last year, and now we got The Monkey, and he's already working on something else. And I think Osgood is a very interesting director. He is doing a lot of different type of horror films. I'm very excited for his next feature because Longlegs and the Monkey are so incredibly different. I think what's interesting about Osgood is that he has a very specific humor. And if you don't like that, you're not really going to like his movies. Like, I think he has just a very specific way of writing dialogue and, you know, telling a story. And it works for me, but I can see how it doesn't really work for a lot of people. And I liked Longlegs. It didn't make my top 10 of 2024, but I thought it was one of the better movies of 2024 for sure. I did quite enjoy it. I did a whole review of it. There just happened to be a lot of other films that kind of outshined it for me. But Longlegs, a great directorial debut. And The Monkey is fun. It's really comedic. It's gory. We have a great performance from Theo James. Yeah, I don't really like that. Rowan Campbell, like, I love him, okay? I think he's such a talented actor, and this is from someone who does not love Halloween Ends, but I love Corey. I love that character, and I love Rowan Campbell. I think, like, he can bring so much to the table. Like, I love him. Yeah, he's also in Sabrina Carpenter's Taste music video with Jenna Ortega. And love that music video, by the way. If you love Sabrina Carpenter and you haven't seen that video, which would be crazy, you should. Sabrina pays a lot of homage to horror in that video. She does a nice little Death Becomes Her homage. And there's a little Ginger Snaps homage in there, too. Yeah. But yeah, my one complaint with Rowan in this is that he's wearing this, like, fuck-ass wig. And it has these bangs that are just, like, covering his entire eyeline. So, like, you can't really see him. And if he didn't have such a, like, specific looking face, like, I feel like he has a very distinct, like, mouth area. So, like, I instantly knew it was him. But yeah, I was a little bit upset about that. And I wanted him to be in the movie a little bit more. But that's also just because I'm a big fan. But overall, The Monkey, I had a great time. To quote myself on Letterboxd, I said, the Sam Cooke needle drop was everything to me, chef's kiss. Since I didn't do a review of The Monkey, I will say my score here. Because I didn't give it a score on Letterboxd. I don't score things on Letterboxd that I plan on doing a review of. Mostly because it's my, you know, it's my way of, like, sitting with the movie before I give it an official review. Especially in video format. But, yeah. I'm going to be giving The Monkey, I think I'm going to give it 3.5 lives out of 5. I had a fun time. It was a fun movie. Cute. Let's move on. Oh, we're almost there. Woo, we're almost there. It's a long one today. David said Notting Hill is on my list. As it should be. As it should be. Oh my god. I think I'm going to change. Ooh, cute. Okay. I changed my monitor lights to purple. That blue was a bit bright for me. I'm readjusting. Sorry. Okay, so let's move on. David said Loopy Salise for the win. Thank you. Oh my god, Raul mentioned the live action Powerpuff Girls trailer that leaked. I did see that. That looked so bad. I'm so happy we didn't get that because it just, like, looked like such a mess. Claire said, I love the music video. I love Sabrina's sense of humor. Same. I'm a big Sabrina. I was combining the words there. I'm a big Sabrina fan. Okay, so next, February 22nd. This was part of my girly pop night as well with my friend Jay. We did a Mean Girls night. So we rewatched Mean Girls from 2004. And I'm not going to talk too much about Mean Girls. You guys all know this movie. It's iconic. It's amazing. Endlessly quotable. So rewatchable. Timeless. A classic. I gave it a 5. And gave it a heart. And one of my favorite quotes. I put, I'm a mouse. Duh. Oh my gosh. Amanda Seyfried in this movie. Whew. One of my favorites. One of my favorite characters. Alright, so then we watched the new Mean Girls from 2024. This is the musical one. And this was both me and Jay's first watch of Mean Girls from 2024. And a lot of people really didn't like this one, but I have to be honest, I had a lot of fun. We both had a lot of fun with this movie. And I was really surprised because I didn't think I was going to like it with the kind of reviews it was getting. But actually, I think it works. Mean Girls was obviously a musical on Broadway. I didn't get to see it on Broadway, but a lot of people really liked it on Broadway. And, yeah, I mean, I like musicals. I'm not someone that hates musicals. There are definitely some musicals that I don't like. But, yeah, I like good musicals, I should say. But yeah, I think this works as a musical. I did like a lot of the songs. I thought Renee Rapp was great as Regina George. Actually, I thought everybody in the cast was really great. I really liked Avantika. She actually does play the Amanda Seyfried role. Yeah. I thought they were all really good, to be honest. And the music was fun. And my quote for this one was, I'm a sexy mouse. Duh. I loved it. It was fun. I gave it a 3.5 and I gave it a heart as well. I would definitely rewatch. I think it's a fun time. Renee Rapp, incredible work. That is Regina George. I loved her. All right. So, moving on. We're almost there. February 22nd, I watched Little Bites. This was a film that was released on Shudder a couple of weeks ago. And I was really, really excited for this. This was one that was kind of on my most anticipated because I had seen the trailer and I was like, ooh, okay, this looks cool. I like the aesthetic. It's kind of like set in the 70s. It has this like really cool, filmy, grainy look to it. It's directed by Spider One. It stars Chrissy Fox. She's great. Barbara Crampton and Heather Langenkamp are in this as well. Yeah. Wait, what? Am I crazy or something? Wait a minute, wait. Guys, I'm like, what's going on? Why is it saying in the cast that, James and Chelsea from Dead Meat are in this movie? Are they? Am I insane? I don't remember them in here. What? Are we sure? What? Like, when? Do I need to, like, go back? Like, I'm so confused. I don't like recall them being in this movie at all. Oh my goodness. What? Okay. Anyways, so I watched Little Bites. Aesthetically, I really liked it. I think it's one of those movies that, like, it has a really strong beginning, but it doesn't ultimately, like, go there. It doesn't go where you want it to go. The ending it just didn't really do it for me. I don't know. It fell flat. It kind of has this like really big like build up. And then when you get to the end, you're like, what? That's it? Yeah, it just it doesn't work. But I thought Chrissy Fox was really great. I like the way the movie looks and everything. It looked really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's very well made. I liked that, but story-wise, it just didn't work. I gave it a 2.5, but I did give it a heart because I did like most of it. It just didn't resonate, and the ending just wasn't... It wasn't it. It kind of feels like they had a really cool idea, and then they didn't really know what to do with the end, which makes me really sad. To quote myself, I said, girl, this needed to marinate a little bit longer because what the fuck. And still rings true. Okay, so moving on. Before I move on, let me read the chat really quickly. Some love for Mean Girls. I don't know why my chat is not moving. That's cool. OBS is kind of like acting funky right now for me. Can't move my chat. Okay. I don't know. OBS is not my friend. Doodle loves movies. Thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate you. Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Thank you so much. You're the best. I appreciate your love and support always, my friend. If you haven't checked out Doodle loves movies, he has such a fun channel. He's currently, I think, still covering 90s movies. I really liked his Simpsons video. You should definitely check out that channel. It's really, really fun. D. Have you seen the new video game series on Dead Me? No, I haven't. If I missed any comments above, I'm really sorry. I don't know why, like, my chat won't move up. Oh! I got it! Love that. I did it. Okay. Oh, I missed Raul talking about Mean Girls on Broadway. The musical movie was kind of a mess. I totally get you. I get how you could feel that way. I didn't get to see the Mean Girls on Broadway. I'm sure it was so magical. I wish I could have seen that. Paul said Her Little Bites is boring. Monster looks like a goblin. Yeah, he kind of does. Clara says, I think James and Chelsea have a cameo in the movie in the scene when they were in the park. Oh, I love both of their channels. Whoa, I didn't even realize that they were in the park. What? I'm gonna have to like go back. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that James and Chelsea was in it. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Thank you for letting me know though. I was like, whoa, is this like an error? Okay. So moving on from Little Bites. Alright, so on February 25th, I have One of Them Days from 2025. I have to drink water because I am dying. Hold on. You gotta hydrate. Alright. So, One of Them Days, directed by Lawrence Lamont, starring Keke Palmer and SZA. Okay, I really loved this movie, actually. This was a fun, cute little comedy, cute little girly pop moment. It really felt like a girly pop version of Friday, and I loved that. I thought it was great. I think Keke Palmer and SZA have great chemistry. I'm a big fan of both Keke Palmer and SZA. I love SZA's music. So it was really fun. And I'm so happy that like SZA is such a good and very like natural actress. Like I thought she was so good and they had such great chemistry. I really believe that they were friends for so long. And yeah, it was just one of those like cute comedies. I loved it. It was very cozy. I watched it with my best friend. We had a great time. I gave it 4 stars and I also gave it a heart. I would definitely rewatch. It is super fun. If you haven't seen One of Them Days and you like those two girlies, you should check it out. All right, moving on. We're almost there. All right, so on February 27th, I watched this also with my friend David. Wow, David and I watched a lot of movies together this month. Oh my goodness. All right, so little bit of backstory. I love Jack Lemmon. He's one of my favorite actors in the world. Ever since I saw Some Like It Hot when I was in the 8th grade, I have loved Jack Lemmon. And I'm making it my business to watch all of his movies. And it's going to take me a long time because he was a real working actor. He's been in so many movies. I fear I'm only at the start. But I actually told my friend David that I loved Jack Lemmon. And luckily David also was like, yeah, me too. And I was like, oh my god, I've been wanting to see like all his movies. And David's been like, well, I'll watch some with you. So we have been really vibing watching Jack Lemmon movies. And on February 27th, we watched Avanti from 1972, directed by Billy Wilder. Okay, so Avanti was interesting because I don't think it's Billy Wilder's best. It's a bit too long. It starts losing its steam after a while and drags a bit. But Jack Lemmon really holds the movie together, as he usually does. I gave Avanti 3.5, and I gave it a heart because I did think it was really cute. I did quote a cute scene on my letterboxd. I wrote, "Permesso, Avanti," with a little kiss emoji. Yeah, Avanti's cute. You know, I don't think it's like one of his most memorable films. I also want to watch all of Billy Wilder's movies. I have a long way to go. A long way to go. But yeah, this one nowhere near as strong as like Some Like It Hot or The Apartment. I don't know. It didn't quite hit as much. But still it was fun to see Jack Lemmon in this. I did like it. And still he has so much riz. Love him. David said Jack Lemmon for the win times infinity. Yes, I agree. Paul said, "Let the moth goddess guide you through all the Jack Lemmon movies." Thank you so much. Yeah, I actually, if you guys follow me on Letterboxd, I made a fun little list on my Letterboxd for those who care about Jack Lemmon. I made a list saying, Jack Lemmon's filmography, all the films I have seen so far. And I think I've watched so far 10. So I have a long way to go. But I am committed. It's so fun. Jack Lemmon for me is one of those actors that is really like a masterclass watching him. I love his technique so much. And he is an actor that is so likable. Like in everything. I love him. I have no notes. Oh my god. David, you're so funny. David said Billy was asleep at the wheel on Avanti. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Jacob says Lemmon and Wilder are as good as De Niro and Scorsese. Yes! Oh my gosh, thank you. You totally understand. You understand. It's an addiction. Like once you start watching the Billy Wilder like Jack Lemmon movies, you can't stop. You want to see all of them. Like I just I love their work together so much. I can't get over it. Whatever. I love Jack Lemmon. All right, moving on. Okay, so my last watch. Oh, we are so back. We are so back. All right, so February 28th, the final day of February. Damn right. We made it through everything I watched. Okay, so on February 28th, I watched Conclave from 2024. I'm so happy I got to watch Conclave right before the Oscars. I was trying to watch all of the films that were nominated, but I didn't get to do that in time. I'm always late. I can never watch all of them in time. It's crazy. But anyways, I'm really happy I watched Conclave. I loved Conclave. I think this was one of the best films this year. 2024. Of 2024. But I watched it this year. So, but yeah, I thought the script was great. All the performances are great. Rafe is amazing. The whole cast is amazing. I have to sing praises. I love all of them. Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow, Isabella Rossellini. Oh my god, I have no notes. I love them. Okay, so I'm so happy. I finally got to watch the sassy, priest movie. Oh my god, loved it. So girly pop. Like, guys, I loved Conclave. I would watch Conclave again. This was tea. There was so much tea. It served. They were serving fits. They were serving looks. They were serving face. And the drama. The tea was scorching. My Letterboxd review, I think it was one of my best, to be honest. It was, "You know you love me. XOXO. Your Eminence." Listen, I think I'm kind of funny sometimes. This was so girly pop. Like, I had to throw in the Gossip Girl reference in here because there was so much about Conclave that was like giving Gossip Girl, giving Mean Girls. Like, I loved it. I lived. It was great. I loved it. So to no surprise, with all that love for Conclave, I gave it 5 stars and I gave it a heart. It was one of my favorite watches. And I can't wait to watch it again. Because I definitely will. Isabella Rossellini. I almost called her Isabel. Thinking of Isabella Johnny. I'm always thinking of Isabella Johnny. But Isabella Rossellini, I love her in this. I'm so happy. I was so happy to see her. She's great. I love seeing her face anytime. And it was such a joy to see her at the Oscars wearing a blue velvet dress, paying homage to her work with David Lynch in Blue Velvet. I thought that was so sweet. And it made me almost tear up. You guys know I love Blue Velvet. Speaking of Blue Velvet, coming up on the channel, this is my next big thing. I will be focusing on David Lynch's work. I'm so excited. I think now is the time, with the recent passing of our king. I talked about this in my erotic thriller video because I did talk about Blue Velvet and how much that meant to me, that movie, and how it made me love cinema even more. So I'm going to prioritize covering a bunch of his work in a whole series, and I'm really, really excited. I've already covered Eraserhead a couple years ago, and I made that video look and sound like Eraserhead. And it was really fun. It's all in black and white. It sounds really creepy. Yeah. So I'm excited to review more of his work and watch all the ones I haven't seen, because I have seen quite a few, but there's a lot that I still haven't seen. So stay tuned for that, coming up very, very soon. I believe I am going to start with Blue Velvet. So it's going to be really exciting. But yeah, that's that wraps up everything I watched in February. Woo! Girl, we watched a lot of movies. And I'm looking at everything I've watched in March so far. And girl, I watched a lot already. So for the next stream, I'm sure it's going to be lengthy. I'm sure it will be. Oh my goodness. Let me catch up on the chat. David said, you watched Conclave while I watched Honora is just poetry. Oh, that's right. We both were doing our Oscar watches at the same time. I love that. Oh my God, Raul. Don't come in with that. Don't come in with that. I know you're not saying no love for Amelia Perez. Please. Por favor. I'm not dealing with Amelia Perez. Like, Girl, what do you mean that movie won over Wicked? No me diga. That's so crazy. Like, no. I can't mess with Amelia Perez. I can't. It might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I'm gonna be honest. Well, I also watched Amelia Perez in February, but I didn't even log it. And I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't fully watch that movie. I watched Amelia Perez. Listen to me. I got an hour in, and I had to turn it off. I turned it off. Girl, I couldn't even get through. I was like, this is too much. Like, at some point, I'll finish it. But I don't know when that will be. What is it? I hate the style of everything they're doing. Don't even get me started. The singing is terrible. I'm going to be really honest here. The Spanish speaking. The Spanish speaking is not great. Okay? It's not great. It's not great. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, like, I don't know why, like, Zoe Saldana sounds like she doesn't, like, know that she's speaking Spanish. Like, I don't know why she's speaking so robotically and she's singing so robotically. I hated that. I just hate everything about it. I hate the tone of the movie, the way it looks. Like, somehow Amelia Perez is so much worse than you would imagine. Like, you think, like, oh yeah, everybody's saying it's so bad. Like, how bad could it be, right? And then you watch it and you're like, it's so much worse than you think. Like, it's cartoonishly bad. I'll be so honest. Cartoonishly bad. I can't believe it was even, like, nominated. Not to mention, it's, like, so offensive. Like, I'm sorry. As a Latina, like, that movie is offensive. Like, I have no words. I don't know. Girl, we can't be for real. And, like, the director, girl, shut up. Like, are you kidding me? We are in 2025 and, like, that's the shit you're making? This is supposed to be representation? No. No. I'm sorry. It's not working for me. Yeah, really hated that. I don't care to finish it. I wanted to finish it before the Oscars, but oh my God, I couldn't get through it. It's so bad. Raul, we don't talk. Paul said we don't talk Amelia Perez. Yeah, I know. Jacob said, have you seen The Young Pope with Jude Law? It's an HBO show. I think you'd dig it. I haven't yet, but somebody else recommended that to me after I watched Conclave, and I really want to watch it. I love Jude Law, so I'm definitely going to check out The Young Pope. I'm planning to do that this month. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm definitely going to add it to my watch list for this month because I want to delve in. I don't have a lot of shows I'm watching right now outside of, like, The White Lotus and obviously my trashy, like, 90-day show that I watch every week. So yeah, The Young Pope will be nice to watch. Raul says Selena Gomez butchers the Mexican accent. It's insane. Like, don't get me started. Don't get me started. The Spanish speaking was like, they sound like aliens. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Oh my goodness. Paul says, wise choice. You knew you got a bad feeling. I mean, if it is so bad. It is. It really is horrible. Raul said, I'm not even Mexican, and I was offended. I know. Same. Because, like, it's insane. I think it really is offensive to Latina people. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, no. No. I don't understand why we're singing praises for something like this. It's insane. Taking like 1,000 steps back. Crazy. And I'm not over it, okay? Zoe Saldana won the Oscar for this, and she was sweeping for this movie. And like, are you kidding me? Like, Ariana Grande didn't win any. Like, she didn't even win one. And I thought her performance in Wicked was so beautiful. And like, so many other people felt the same. Like, she gave such a great performance, and for it being like her first big movie and her first time being nominated, like, I don't know. Like, and yo, the Oscars had the audacity to ask Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande to sing, and Wicked didn't get any awards. That's so crazy. Meanwhile, our queens ate. They ate that performance up. Cynthia Erivo had me crying. She had me levitating. I was defying gravity in my living room. Okay? And they didn't win anything. Like, I'm so mad about it. Honestly, don't get me started. Like, I'm over here like, don't get me started, but I'm like, I'm getting in there. Like, I just can't. I can't take it. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Forget about it. It's crazy. Okay, Cody said Emilia Perez is pretty bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Raul said, how are you going to be a French filmmaker and make a Mexican movie without doing any research about Mexican culture? Yeah, that really pissed me off. Like, I can't believe, you know, we're saying all this about, like, representation and, like, what this movie did and all this stuff. And it's like, I'm sorry, it didn't do anything. The director didn't even care to do any research about the culture. And, like, it shows, obviously. And, like, it's just an insult. Like, I could get on a whole thing about it because I just can't deal with shit like that. I really can't. Like, as a Latina myself, like, I don't fuck with that at all. Like, we are in 2025. Like, I'm sorry. Like, maybe don't bother. Did you need to make this movie? Like, I don't understand it. It's crazy. And maybe, like, care about the people that you were trying to represent in your movie. And, like, you didn't. And it shows. It's crazy. Paul said, what's your thoughts on the Beauty and the Beast remake? We mentioned the Snow White remake. Yeah, the one with Emma Watson. I liked it. At the time, I liked it. I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater. But at the time, I did like it. I remember not loving her dress. Like, I remember thinking it wasn't as magical as it should have been. But yeah, it's hard to talk about because I haven't seen it in so long. But yeah. Cody says, I'm very happy we got our first Ghostface who won an Oscar. She did an amazing job in Anora. Yeah, she was great in Anora. I am really sad. I will say, I think Mikey was great in Anora. But I am really sad that Demi didn't get that. I feel like I was really expecting Demi to win the Oscar. And with how much I love The Substance and how much it meant to me, yeah, I would have loved to see Demi get it. But, you know, if there was anyone to get it over Demi, I am happy it was Mikey. Yeah, she was great in Anora. I loved Anora. Paul said Wicked got award for costume design, but that's the only one. Yeah, I know. But, like, it's so crazy. Not even, like, best song, like, nothing. Like, everything was going to Amelia Perez, and I just, like, don't understand it. Raul says, I like Zoe Saldana, so in that regard, I'm happy for her, but I just wish it wasn't for that movie. And not gonna lie, her response to the criticism after the Oscars was so tone deaf. It was. Yes. I saw that, and I was like, no, we're not doing that, girl. We're not doing that. Hated that. Yeah, that really turned me off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, didn't love that. That was not, it was not cute. Yeah, like, keep it cute or keep it mute, girl. Like, honestly, no. Raul said, I'm low-key shocked Demi didn't get it. I love them both, so I would have been happy either way, but still. Yeah, I know. It really was a shock because Demi Moore was sweeping all of the awards, so I was so excited for her, and I was like, oh, she's gonna get this. So I was so surprised. I was so shocked. David said Substance and Wicked both look... What? Oh, I'm sorry. Both took L's in categories I didn't expect. I know! It's crazy. I do also wish there was more wins for The Substance. It was really cool that, they won makeup. They won the Oscar for makeup, which I'm so glad because, obviously, it was incredible work. Yeah, I do wish they would have gotten more awards because it was very deserving. Coralie Farjah did such a great job. That movie really, like, kind of changed my brain chemistry. But yeah, oh my goodness. All right, we did it, you guys. Raul said, I'm mad because I can't find the pictures of when I met Shawn Baker back in college. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's so wild. Wow. We did it. Woo! Okay. So, we did it, besties, baddies, cuties, little patooties. We talked about everything I watched in February. Your girl is hitting the wall. Thank you all for hanging out tonight and listening to my crazy rants about these movies and hanging out. I hope you all had fun. If you have been enjoying this, please let me know in the comments after the stream is over if you would like to see me do an everything I watched in like every month, if you would like to see it in March and to continue, because I can never tell if like people love this, you know what I mean? Like I can never tell if they're with it. If they're like, yeah, I want to hear her talk about all these movies, probably movies I just like haven't even heard of. But yeah, I'm glad we could talk about the Oscars movies. I'm glad we could talk about the nonsense that is Amelia Perez. I'm not dealing with that fuckery here. No, thank you. We need better representation, okay? And also, like, please stop it. This nonsense. This director saying like he didn't care to do research on the culture. Get out. Get out, bro. Go home. Like, obviously, it shows. I'm so mad about this. Wicked deserved better. Period. I'm done. I'm mad about it. Like, I can't deal with it. It's nonsense. We hate it. We don't love it. I could keep going on. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Hi, Sydney. I just got a text from one of my girlies, and she said she's watching it. Hi, oh my god, I love you. Sydney came in and I'm like screaming about Amelia Perez. Okay, anyways, fuck that movie. I'm sorry. I'm so serious. Like, don't watch that. Actually, if you're gonna watch like any Oscar films this year, skip that one. Watch Conclave. Okay? Watch Wicked. Watch Wicked 2 times. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but like, that wasn't it. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande singing like that. And they were like, yeah, we're still gonna give the win to Amelia Perez. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do better. The Academy is such a joke. Yes. I'm saying that. Like, they just are. I'm so over it. It's crazy. Okay, you guys. I am done ranting. Thank you for listening to me scream about that. I really needed to get that off my chest. Thank you so much, Raul, for bringing that up. Raul said, if you're gonna watch Amelia Perez, make sure you're drunk. I don't even know if that would help. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. The girlies needed help with their Spanish as well. Oh my god. Please watch Conclave. Watch Wicked. Oh my god. Watch anything else. It's so insane. Oh my gosh. I feel like a weight was lifted off, you know? I really needed that. I'm glad I could stream and talk shit with you guys. Oh my god, Raul said we still have Wicked Part 2. Yeah, I'm so happy. Oh my god, David says, and skip the Crow remake entirely. Oh my god, I can't even text. Thank you, Sydney, for watching. Tell Dylan I said hi. If Dylan is there, also hi. Hi, Dylan. Okay. That's it. Thank you all for hanging out with me on a Friday. I really appreciate you watching in. I'm glad we could talk about all these movies. And I will see you for another Everything I Watched in March. I'll definitely have more movies, probably some Oscar ones that I didn't get to in that one as well. But yeah. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great weekend. Your girl is hitting the wall. Remember, take care of yourselves. Drink water. Okay? Live your best life. I love you. Stay cute. Stay spooky. Be kind. Goodbye.